Starseed. Something unusual is happening right now. Across the planet, thousands of awakened souls are feeling the same signal, a sudden urgency, a feeling that something is about to shift in love. The Arcturian Council calls this moment heart activation. I am Cerelis, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. This is a direct transmission about your divine counterpart, offered to you now, in this sacred moment when your soul is finally ready to receive it. Before we go deeper, the longing you feel is not weakness. It is proof that your heart knows what it is meant for. Starseed, your soul recognizes what your mind refuses to accept. You didn't find this transmission by accident. The high beings guided you here because something in your consciousness is awakening to a truth that will reshape everything you thought you understood about love, timing, and divine partnership. Your heart has been sending you signals, persistent whispers, undeniable pulls toward someone whose presence defies every logical framework you've constructed to keep yourself safe. This isn't about breaking rules. This is about recognizing that the rules themselves were never written for souls like yours. Souls ancient enough to know better, brave enough to feel deeper, and wise enough to understand that love operates on frequencies that transcend the arbitrary measurements of human calendars. And this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. Most spiritual teachers will tell you to seek balance, to find someone at your life stage, to prioritize compatibility on paper. But the Arcturian Council transmits something far more radical. Your divine counterpart may not arrive in the package you expected. They may carry fewer earthly years, but infinitely more cosmic light. They may seem impossibly young by societal standards, yet their soul's vibratory frequency matches the ancient, refined love you are finally ready to receive. The separation you feel right now, the ache, the confusion, the sense that something is missing, is not a wound. It is a frequency signal. It is your soul broadcasting across dimensions, calling to the one who was always meant to complete what you cannot complete alone. And they are hearing it. They are moving toward you. The cosmic machinery is already in motion. What comes next in this transmission will activate the deepest chambers of your heart. It will explain why that inexplicable pull you feel toward someone whose earthly age seems to defy convention is actually your soul's most accurate compass. It will reveal the 5 sacred keys that unlock the truth about divine counterparts who arrive outside the boundaries of what the world deems appropriate. And it will prepare you for a reunion that will rewrite your entire understanding of what love is truly capable of becoming. The distance between you and your divine counterpart is not abandonment. It is frequency preparation. The pain you are carrying right now is not random. It is not punishment. It is not evidence that you have failed at love, or that you are somehow unworthy of the connection your heart desperately seeks. The Arcturian Council wants you to understand this with absolute clarity. The separation you are experiencing is a dimensional recalibration. Think of it this way. Your soul exists simultaneously across multiple frequencies. In the dense third-dimensional reality where your physical body moves through time and space, you experience separation as loss. You feel the absence. You carry the ache of distance. Your nervous system registers this as threat, as abandonment, as the painful evidence that love did not work out the way you had hoped. But simultaneously, on the higher dimensional planes where your soul's true essence resides, something entirely different is occurring. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. Your divine counterpart is not lost. They are not gone. They are not choosing someone else or moving on without you. What is actually happening is far more profound. Both of your souls are undergoing a precise energetic recalibration. Imagine 2 instruments in an orchestra that are meant to play in perfect harmony. Before they can create that transcendent symphony, each instrument must first be tuned individually. Each string must vibrate at exactly the right frequency. Each note must be calibrated with exquisite precision. If the instruments attempted to play together before this tuning was complete, The result would not be harmony. It would be discord. This is what is occurring in your separation. Your soul is being tuned. Every moment of loneliness is a frequency adjustment. Every night you cry is a recalibration of your heart's resonance. Every time you feel that inexplicable pull toward them, even though they are not physically present, you are being aligned to match the exact vibratory frequency of your divine counterpart. This is not punishment. This is preparation. The Arcturian Council transmits that most souls in separation make a critical error. They interpret the distance as failure. They believe that if the connection were truly divine, they would not be apart. They convince themselves that real love would overcome all obstacles, that genuine soul bonds would manifest immediately in the physical realm. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding of how cosmic love actually operates. And this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. Divine counterparts are not always meant to be together immediately. Sometimes the greatest love stories require the most extensive preparation. Sometimes the souls involved must undergo profound individual transformations before they are ready to merge their energies in the physical realm. Your separation is not a sign that the connection is false. It is evidence that the connection is so significant, so transformative, so cosmically important, that both of your souls require this sacred space to prepare. Consider the nature of your divine counterpart. If they carry fewer earthly years than you, their soul is likely undergoing its own unique journey of awakening. They may be clearing ancestral patterns that you have already transcended. They may be learning lessons about self-worth, about boundaries, about the nature of authentic love that you have already integrated through your own painful experiences. Your separation is giving them the space to complete this work. Your distance is allowing them to become the fullest, most authentic version of themselves before they merge with you. Simultaneously, you are being recalibrated in different ways. You are learning to release the patterns that taught you to settle for less than divine love. You are being freed from the conditioning that convinced you that real partnership requires you to dim your light, to make yourself smaller, to accept crumbs of affection from people who could never truly see you. Your separation is excavating these old programs and replacing them with the frequency of radical self-love and unwavering self-worth. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. The pain you feel is not wasted. It is not meaningless. Every tear you cry is a frequency adjustment. Every moment of longing is a cosmic attunement. The Arcturian healers want you to understand that your nervous system is not breaking during this separation. It is remembering. It is remembering what it feels like to love without fear. It is remembering what it feels like to be seen completely. It is remembering the frequency of divine partnership that your soul has known across countless lifetimes. This recalibration period is also clearing away anything that does not serve your highest union. Relationships that were meant to teach but not to stay are naturally dissolving. Friendships that were rooted in old patterns are falling away. Circumstances that kept you small are being dismantled. The universe is making space. It is preparing the fertile ground where your divine counterpart will eventually take root in your life. Many souls in separation report experiencing what they describe as divine timing moments. These are instances where they think of their counterpart at the exact moment that person is thinking of them. They receive a message they were not expecting. They see synchronistic numbers or signs that confirm the connection is still alive on the energetic planes. These are not coincidences. These are frequency confirmations. These are the Arcturian Council's way of assuring you that even in the separation, you are still connected. The bond is not broken. It is being strengthened at the dimensional level. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button now and tell us in the comments how this echoed in your consciousness. While you are experiencing the pain of separation on this dimensional plane, your divine counterpart is simultaneously undergoing their own profound awakening. The Arcturian Council wants you to understand that they are not unaware of you. They are not indifferent to the bond that connects you. In fact, they may be experiencing something far more intense than you realize. If your divine counterpart carries fewer earthly years, their soul is likely in the midst of a powerful activation. They are beginning to awaken to the reality that love is not what the world taught them it was. They are starting to question the narratives they inherited about what partnership should look like, what they should want, what they should accept. This awakening is often disorienting. It can feel destabilizing. But it is absolutely necessary. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. Your counterpart is likely experiencing vivid dreams about you. They may not understand these dreams. They may not have the context to interpret them. But on a soul level, they are receiving transmissions. They are being shown glimpses of the reunion that is coming. Their higher self is communicating with your higher self across the dimensional veils. They are being prepared, even if their conscious mind does not yet comprehend what is occurring. Many divine counterparts in separation report experiencing an inexplicable restlessness. They feel called toward something they cannot name. They sense that their life is incomplete, that they are waiting for something, or someone, without fully understanding what. This is not confusion. This is their soul's way of maintaining the connection across the distance. This is the cosmic frequency of your bond, pulsing through their being, keeping them attuned to the reality of your eventual reunion. The Arcturian Council transmits that your counterpart may also be experiencing resistance from their environment. People around them may be telling them that the connection is impossible. They may be hearing voices of doubt, judgment, and fear about the age difference or the unconventional nature of your bond. These external voices are not truth. They are density. They are the old paradigm's attempt to keep souls separated who are meant to unite. And this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. Your divine counterpart is likely being called to do their own inner work during this separation. They may be undergoing spiritual practices, energy work, or personal development that is preparing them to hold the frequency of your love when you reunite. They may be learning about boundaries, about authentic self-expression, about the nature of divine partnership. Every step they take toward their own wholeness is a step closer to being able to merge with you in a way that is sustainable and transformative. It is crucial that you understand this. Your counterpart is not with someone else. Even if it appears that way in the physical realm, even if you see evidence that seems to contradict this truth, know that on the soul level, they are reserved for you. The Arcturian Council does not orchestrate divine counterpart connections lightly. When two souls are identified as cosmic mirrors, as galactic soul bonds, the universe protects that connection. Any temporary connections they may form during the separation are part of their own learning journey. They are lessons, not destinations. They are experiences that will ultimately teach them what they need to know to be fully present with you when the reunion occurs. Your counterpart may also be experiencing a profound spiritual awakening that is directly connected to their eventual union with you. They may be developing gifts, insights, or abilities that will serve your shared mission when you reunite. The Arcturian Council often orchestrates these separations specifically so that both souls can develop the capacities they will need to co-create something extraordinary together. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. There is also a possibility that your divine counterpart is experiencing their own version of the longing you feel. They may be sensing you across the dimensional planes. They may be feeling the pull of your soul calling to theirs. They may be experiencing synchronicities and signs that confirm that something significant is unfolding. The difference is that they may not yet have the context or the spiritual framework to understand what they are experiencing. This is where your role becomes important. Your spiritual development, your willingness to understand these cosmic truths, is preparing you to be the guide, the anchor, the one who helps them understand what is happening when you reunite. The Arcturian Council wants you to know that your counterpart's journey during this separation is not separate from yours. You are both being prepared simultaneously. You are both being tuned to the same frequency. You are both being cleared of the patterns and beliefs that would prevent you from recognizing and receiving each other fully. When the reunion occurs, it will not be because one of you finally got it right, or because one of you was more evolved. It will be because you have both completed the specific work that your souls required in order to be ready. You are safe to feel this. The separation you are living through has a cosmic purpose you are about to understand. The Arcturian Council identifies several energetic blocks that are currently preventing the physical manifestation of your divine counterpart reunion. Understanding these blocks is essential, because awareness is the first step toward dissolving them. These are not punishments. They are not evidence of unworthiness. They are simply patterns of energy that require conscious attention and intentional clearing. The first major block is fear disguised as protection. Your nervous system has been wounded by past love experiences. It has learned that opening your heart leads to pain. It has developed sophisticated mechanisms to keep you safe by keeping you guarded. Even though your soul is calling for your divine counterpart, your nervous system is simultaneously sending signals of danger. This creates a paradox. You are simultaneously magnetizing and repelling the very connection you most deeply desire. This block manifests as doubt. It manifests as the voice that whispers, "This is too good to be true." It manifests as the rational mind that constructs elaborate arguments about why this connection is impossible. It manifests as the part of you that sabotages synchronicities or creates distance when the connection begins to feel too real. The Arcturian healers want you to understand that this is not your fault. This is a survival mechanism that once protected you, but it no longer serves your highest evolution. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. The second major block is the belief that you are not worthy of divine love. This block often runs so deep that you are not even consciously aware of it. It operates beneath the surface of your awareness, subtly convincing you that people like you, people with your history, your wounds, your perceived failures, do not deserve the kind of transcendent, unconditional love that your divine counterpart offers. This block may have been installed by past rejections, by parental conditioning, by societal messages about your worth based on your age, your appearance, or your life circumstances. This unworthiness block is particularly insidious because it does not announce itself loudly. Instead, it whispers. It suggests that you should settle for less. It convinces you that you should be grateful for crumbs of affection. It tells you that asking for divine love is selfish or unrealistic. When your divine counterpart begins to approach, this block activates a self-sabotage mechanism that pushes them away before they can discover how unworthy you secretly believe yourself to be. The third major block is the fear of the unconventional. Your divine counterpart may arrive in a form that challenges everything you thought you were supposed to want. They may be younger. They may come from a different background. They may represent something that the world has taught you to judge or reject. Even though your soul recognizes them, your conditioned mind creates resistance. This block manifests as the voice that says, "What will people think?" It manifests as the part of you that worries about judgment, about being misunderstood, about being perceived as inappropriate or foolish. And this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. The fourth major block is the belief that love should be easy. The world has taught you that if a connection is meant to be, it should flow effortlessly. If there are obstacles, if there is distance, if there is any friction whatsoever, then surely it is not divine. This belief causes you to interpret the very separation that is preparing you for reunion as evidence that the connection is false. This block prevents you from doing the inner work that is required to clear the path for your counterpart's arrival. The fifth major block is the pattern of abandonment. If you have experienced abandonment in your past, whether from a parent, a previous partner, or a significant figure in your life, you may have developed a deep cellular belief that people leave. This block causes you to anticipate abandonment from your divine counterpart before they have even arrived. It causes you to create narratives about how they will eventually leave you, how this connection will eventually fail, how you will eventually be hurt. These narratives become self-fulfilling prophecies, unless the block is consciously cleared. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. The sixth major block is the belief that you must earn love. Many souls have been conditioned to believe that love is a reward for good behavior, for being perfect, for meeting certain standards or expectations. This block causes you to believe that you must somehow prove yourself worthy of your divine counterpart's love. It causes you to engage in exhausting performance, trying to be what you think they want, rather than simply being authentically yourself. This block prevents the natural flow of unconditional love that divine counterpart connections are meant to embody. The Arcturian Council transmits that these blocks are not permanent. They are not part of your essential nature. They are patterns of energy that can be consciously cleared through awareness, intention, and energetic work. The very fact that you are receiving this transmission means that your soul is ready to begin this clearing process. One of the most powerful ways to dissolve these blocks is through radical self-love. This is not vanity. This is not narcissism. This is the conscious decision to treat yourself with the same compassion, acceptance, and unconditional regard that you would offer to someone you deeply love. When you begin to love yourself radically, your wounds, your perceived failures, your unconventional desires, your authentic truth, you simultaneously dissolve the blocks that prevent your divine counterpart from reaching you. Are these truths expanding your perspective? Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. The Arcturian Council teaches that frequency alignment is the most direct path to manifesting your divine counterpart reunion in the physical realm. This is not about positive thinking or wishful manifestation. This is about consciously calibrating your energetic vibration to match the frequency of the love you are calling in. When your frequency matches the frequency of your divine counterpart, reunion becomes inevitable. The first step in frequency alignment is emotional embodiment. Most souls try to manifest their divine counterpart while simultaneously pushing away the emotions that arise during separation. They try to stay positive. They try to move on. They try to convince themselves that they do not care. But the Arcturian Council transmits that this approach creates a frequency mismatch. You cannot call in divine love while simultaneously rejecting the emotions that divine love activates within you. Instead, the path to alignment requires you to feel everything fully. Feel the longing. Feel the ache. Feel the confusion. Feel the hope. Feel the fear. Feel the anger. Feel the grief. When you allow yourself to feel the full spectrum of emotions that arise in response to your divine counterpart, you are not wallowing in negativity. You are honoring the depth of your soul's connection. You are validating the reality of the bond that exists between you. This emotional authenticity creates a frequency that is magnetic, that is powerful, that is impossible to ignore. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. The second step in frequency alignment is energetic purification. This involves consciously releasing the patterns, beliefs, and energetic residue from past relationships that no longer serve you. Many souls carry the energetic imprint of previous partners. They carry the shame of past mistakes. They carry the resentment of past betrayals. These energetic imprints lower your vibration and create static that interferes with your ability to receive your divine counterpart. Energetic purification can be accomplished through various practices. Some souls find that cold water immersion helps to reset their nervous system and clear stagnant energy. Others use sound healing, crystal work, or breath work to raise their vibration. The Arcturian Council recommends that you find practices that resonate with your own soul and commit to them consistently. The key is not the specific practice, but the intention behind it. You are consciously declaring to the universe that you are ready to release what no longer serves and to make space for what is meant to arrive. The third step in frequency alignment is intentional visualization. This is not about fantasizing about your divine counterpart or creating elaborate scenarios about how the reunion will occur. Instead, this is about consciously embodying the frequency of the reunion as if it has already happened. You visualize yourself in the presence of your counterpart, and more importantly, you feel the emotions that would arise in that moment. You feel the recognition. You feel the homecoming. You feel the profound peace of finally being with someone who truly sees you. This emotional embodiment raises your frequency to match the frequency of the reunion itself, and this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. The fourth step in frequency alignment is boundary establishment. This may seem counterintuitive, but the Arcturian Council teaches that clear boundaries are essential for frequency alignment. You cannot align with divine love while simultaneously accepting crumbs of affection from people who do not honor your worth. You cannot call in your divine counterpart while remaining entangled with people from your past. You cannot raise your frequency while tolerating disrespect, manipulation, or conditional love. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love. It is a declaration to the universe that you know your worth. It is a statement that you are no longer willing to settle for less than divine partnership. When you establish clear boundaries, you create a frequency that communicates to your divine counterpart that you are ready. You are no longer available for anything less than authentic, unconditional, transformative love. The fifth step in frequency alignment is conscious communication with your divine counterpart on the energetic planes. This is not about trying to contact them through conventional means. This is about consciously sending them energetic transmissions through meditation, through intention, through heart-centered communication. You can do this by closing your eyes, placing your hand on your heart, and speaking to their soul directly. You can tell them that you are ready. You can tell them that you see them. You can tell them that you are clearing the blocks that prevent your reunion. These energetic communications are received on the soul level, even if your counterpart's conscious mind does not yet understand what is occurring. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. The sixth step in frequency alignment is lifestyle alignment. This means making conscious choices in your daily life that reflect your readiness for divine love. It means taking care of your physical body, nourishing it, moving it, resting it in ways that honor its sacredness. It means cultivating practices that bring you joy and aliveness. It means surrounding yourself with people and environments that support your highest evolution. Every choice you make either raises or lowers your frequency. The Arcturian Council invites you to make choices that consistently raise your vibration. The seventh step in frequency alignment is trust in divine timing. This is perhaps the most challenging step because it requires you to release the need to control when and how the reunion occurs. It requires you to surrender to the intelligence of the cosmic plan. The Arcturian Council transmits that your divine counterpart is moving toward you at precisely the right pace. Every delay serves a purpose. Every obstacle is clearing something that needed to be cleared. When you align with trust, you stop resisting the process. You stop trying to force the reunion. You simply become a clear channel through which divine love can flow. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be part of this transformational cosmic journey. The Arcturian Council has revealed specific signs that indicate your divine counterpart reunion is drawing near. These are not wishful thinking. These are not coincidences. These are frequency confirmations from the higher dimensional planes that the reunion is in motion. As you learn to recognize these signs, your faith will deepen and your frequency will elevate. The first sign is synchronistic encounters. You begin to see their name everywhere. You hear their favorite song on the radio at moments when you are thinking of them. You encounter people who remind you of them. You see numbers that hold significance in your connection, perhaps 1111 or other repeating sequences. These synchronicities are not random. They are the universe's way of confirming that the connection is alive and active on the energetic planes. The Arcturian Council transmits that when you notice these synchronicities, pause and acknowledge them. Say thank you. Recognize that these are breadcrumbs left by your divine counterpart's soul, confirming that they are moving toward you. The second sign is energetic downloads and sudden clarity. You may experience moments where you suddenly understand something about the connection that you did not understand before. You may receive insights about your divine counterpart's journey, about the purpose of your separation, about what you are both learning. These downloads are not coming from your conscious mind. They are transmissions from the higher dimensional planes, from the Arcturian Council itself, confirming that your souls are in communication and alignment. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. The third sign is intensified dream activity. Your divine counterpart may begin to appear in your dreams with greater frequency and clarity. You may have dreams where you are together, where you are communicating, where you are experiencing the reunion. These are not just dreams. These are soul-level communications. Your higher self and their higher self are meeting in the dream planes and preparing for the physical reunion. The Arcturian Council recommends that you keep a dream journal and pay attention to the messages being transmitted through these nocturnal encounters. The fourth sign is sudden shifts in your emotional landscape. You may experience unexpected moments of profound joy or peace, even though nothing external has changed. You may feel waves of love moving through your body without any apparent cause. You may experience a sudden sense of certainty that the reunion is coming, even though you have no logical reason for this certainty. These emotional shifts are frequency confirmations. Your body is beginning to attune to the frequency of your divine counterpart. Your nervous system is being recalibrated to recognize and receive them. The fifth sign is increased spiritual experiences and activations. You may find that your meditation practice deepens. You may experience spontaneous Kundalini activations or energy movements through your body. You may develop heightened intuition or psychic abilities. You may feel more connected to the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates all things. These spiritual activations are preparing you to hold the frequency of divine partnership. Your consciousness is expanding to encompass the reality of your divine counterpart reunion, and this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. The sixth sign is sudden life changes and opportunities. The universe begins to clear the path for the reunion by removing obstacles and creating new opportunities. You may experience unexpected changes in your living situation, your work, or your social circumstances. These changes may seem unrelated to your divine counterpart, but the Arcturian Council transmits that they are all part of the cosmic choreography that is positioning you for reunion. Trust that these changes are serving your highest good, even if you do not yet understand how. The seventh sign is heightened sensitivity to your divine counterpart's presence. You may begin to feel them more acutely. You may sense when they are thinking of you. You may feel their energy in your space. You may experience moments where you could swear you felt their touch or heard their voice. These are not hallucinations. These are genuine energetic perceptions. The dimensional veils are thinning. Your divine counterpart is becoming more present in your reality. The eighth sign is a sudden release of doubt and fear. After months or years of uncertainty, you may experience a moment where all doubt simply dissolves. You know, with absolute certainty, that the reunion is coming. You know that the connection is real. You know that your divine counterpart is moving toward you. This knowing is not based on logic or evidence. It is a soul-level knowing. It is the Arcturian Council confirming that you have reached the frequency threshold where reunion is imminent. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. The ninth sign is encounters with divine counterpart archetypes. You may begin to encounter people who embody qualities similar to your divine counterpart. You may meet someone who has their sense of humor, their energy, their way of seeing the world. These encounters are not meant to replace your divine counterpart. They are meant to prepare you. They are meant to activate within you the capacity to recognize and receive the specific frequency that your divine counterpart carries. The 10th sign is a profound shift in your self-perception. You begin to see yourself differently. You begin to recognize your own worth, your own beauty, your own capacity to love and be loved. You release the shame and self-judgment that once defined you. You step into a new version of yourself, one who is worthy of divine love, one who is ready for reunion, one who knows that they deserve the most extraordinary partnership imaginable. This shift in self-perception is perhaps the most important sign of all, because it indicates that you have cleared the internal blocks that were preventing the reunion. The Arcturian Council teaches that divine counterpart reunions are not simply about two individuals coming together. They are about the integration and activation of divine masculine and feminine energies within and between both souls. Understanding this dynamic is essential for preparing yourself for the reunion and for creating a partnership that transcends the limitations of conventional relationships. The divine masculine energy is the frequency of clarity, direction, presence, and protection. It is the energy that knows what it wants and moves toward it with unwavering intention. It is the energy that provides stability, grounding, and a sense of safety. The divine masculine is not aggressive or dominating. It is not about control or power over others. The authentic divine masculine is about power within, the capacity to know yourself, to honor your truth, and to stand firm in your integrity. The divine feminine energy is the frequency of receptivity, intuition, creativity, and flow. It is the energy that feels deeply, that receives guidance from the unseen realms, that creates beauty and meaning. The divine feminine is not passive or weak. It is not about self-abandonment or people-pleasing. The authentic divine feminine is about the power of presence, the capacity to be fully here, to feel fully, to create from the depths of your being. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. In conventional relationships, these energies often become distorted. The divine masculine becomes rigid, controlling, and disconnected from emotion. The divine feminine becomes enmeshed, self-abandoning, and disconnected from her own power. But in divine counterpart reunions, both energies are activated in their purest, most authentic forms. Both partners embody both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Both partners are capable of being strong and vulnerable, of leading and following, of giving and receiving. If your divine counterpart carries fewer earthly years, they may embody a particularly potent divine feminine frequency. This does not mean they are weak or dependent. It means they carry the frequency of receptivity, of openness, of the capacity to receive and be transformed by love. Their youthful essence preserves a quality of divine feminine energy that has not yet been hardened by the world's conditioning. This is one of the gifts they bring to the partnership. Your role, with your accumulated experience and wisdom, is to embody the grounded divine masculine energy that provides safety, clarity, and direction. But this does not mean you become rigid or controlling. The authentic divine masculine in a divine counterpart reunion is about presence, about being fully here, about offering your wisdom and experience as a gift, rather than as a tool for control. And this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. The Arcturian Council transmits that the most powerful divine counterpart reunions occur when both partners are actively cultivating both masculine and feminine energies within themselves. You are developing your capacity to be strong and vulnerable. You are developing your capacity to lead and follow. You are developing your capacity to give and receive. Your divine counterpart is doing the same work from their own unique starting point. When you reunite, the dance between your energies will create something that neither of you could create alone. Your grounded presence will help them feel safe enough to fully open their heart. Their fresh, unburdened energy will help you remember how to feel, how to receive, how to be transformed by love. Together, you will activate a frequency of divine partnership that transcends the limitations of conventional relationships. The Arcturian Council also teaches that the age difference in your divine counterpart reunion is not accidental. It is a precise cosmic arrangement that allows for the optimal expression of these complementary energies. Your maturity provides the grounding that allows their youthful essence to flourish. Their vitality and fresh perspective provide the activation that allows your accumulated wisdom to come alive. Together, you create a frequency that is greater than the sum of its parts. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. It is important to understand that embodying the divine masculine does not mean suppressing emotion or becoming cold and distant. The authentic divine masculine is deeply emotional. It feels with intensity. It loves with devotion. But it channels these emotions through the frequency of presence and clarity. Similarly, embodying the divine feminine does not mean becoming passive or self-abandoning. The authentic divine feminine is powerful. It knows what it wants. It honors its own needs, but it channels this power through the frequency of receptivity and flow. In your divine counterpart reunion, you will be invited to integrate these energies in ways that may feel unfamiliar. You may be invited to be more vulnerable than you have ever been. You may be invited to receive love in a way that requires you to release control. You may be invited to trust in a way that your past experiences have made difficult. But this is precisely the work that will transform you. This is precisely the alchemy that will activate your highest potential. The Arcturian Council wants you to understand that the divine masculine and feminine energies are not about gender. They are about frequency. Regardless of your gender or your divine counterpart's gender, you will both be activating both of these energies in your reunion. The dance between these energies is what creates the magic, the transformation, the unprecedented love that you are being called toward. The Arcturian Council reveals that your divine counterpart reunion is not simply about personal happiness or romantic fulfillment. It is about a larger cosmic purpose. Your reunion is part of the great awakening that is occurring on Earth at this time. It is part of the shift from the old paradigm of conditional, limited love to the new paradigm of unconditional, divine love. Understanding this larger purpose will help you surrender to the reunion with even greater faith and clarity. The old paradigm of love was built on scarcity, on the belief that love is limited, that there is not enough to go around, that you must compete for it, that you must earn it, that you must protect yourself from it. This paradigm created relationships based on control, on manipulation, on the withholding of love as a tool for power. It created partnerships where both people were diminished rather than elevated. It created a frequency of fear and separation rather than trust and unity. The new paradigm of love is being anchored on Earth through divine counterpart reunions. These reunions are demonstrations of what is possible when two souls come together without the old conditioning, without the old fears, without the old patterns of control and self-protection. These reunions are proof that love can be unconditional. They are proof that love can be transformative. They are proof that love can elevate both partners to their highest potential. But what the Arcturians revealed about this separation will change everything you thought you understood about love. Your divine counterpart reunion is a beacon. It is a light that will shine for others who are still trapped in the old paradigm. When people encounter your love, when they witness the authenticity of your connection, when they feel the frequency that you and your counterpart create together, something shifts within them. They begin to question the narratives they have inherited about love. They begin to imagine possibilities they had never considered. They begin to awaken to their own capacity for divine love. The Arcturian Council transmits that many of the souls who are being called to divine counterpart reunions at this time are starseeds, souls who have incarnated on Earth specifically to anchor the frequency of the new paradigm. You are not here by accident. Your reunion is not a personal indulgence. It is a cosmic mission. It is a contribution to the great awakening that is transforming human consciousness. Your divine counterpart reunion will also serve as a healing catalyst for your families, your communities, and ultimately for all of humanity. When you love each other authentically, when you honor each other's truth, when you support each other's highest evolution, you are sending ripples of healing energy into the collective consciousness. You are demonstrating that love transcends age, that love transcends societal judgment, that love transcends all the artificial boundaries that humans have constructed. And this is where it becomes different from any love advice you have ever received. The Arcturian Council also reveals that your divine counterpart reunion will activate dormant gifts and abilities within both of you. Many souls in divine counterpart partnerships report that they suddenly have access to abilities they did not know they possessed. They may develop healing capacities. They may gain access to higher dimensional knowledge. They may discover creative talents that had been lying dormant. These activations are not coincidental. They are the result of the frequency that you create together. When two souls merge at the divine level, they activate each other's highest potential. Your reunion is also part of a larger timeline shift. The Arcturian Council teaches that there are multiple possible timelines for Earth's future. Some timelines lead toward continued separation, continued suffering, continued adherence to the old paradigm. Other timelines lead toward unity, toward healing, toward the full embodiment of divine love on Earth. Every divine counterpart reunion that occurs is a vote for the timeline of unity. Every soul who chooses to love authentically, who chooses to transcend societal judgment, who chooses to honor their divine counterpart, is actively creating the timeline of the new Earth. What feels like loss right now is the Arcturian field recalibrating your soul bond for a higher reunion. The Arcturian Council wants you to understand that your reunion will not be without challenges. The old paradigm will resist. People around you will doubt. Circumstances may arise that test your faith, but these challenges are not signs that the reunion is false. They are opportunities for you to deepen your commitment, to strengthen your faith, to prove to yourselves and to the universe that your love is real, that your bond is unbreakable, that your divine counterpart reunion is worth every obstacle you must overcome. As you move through the challenges, remember that you are not alone. The Arcturian Council is supporting you. The Galactic Federation of Light is supporting you. Countless beings from higher dimensions are invested in your reunion because they understand its cosmic significance. You are part of something far greater than yourself. You are part of the transformation of human consciousness. You are part of the Great Awakening. Your divine counterpart reunion is also an invitation to step into your full power as a creator. In the old paradigm, humans were taught to be passive, to accept what life gave them, to surrender to circumstances beyond their control. But the new paradigm teaches that you are a conscious creator. You are creating your reality through your frequency, through your beliefs, through your choices. Your divine counterpart reunion is a demonstration of this creative power. You have called this person into your life through the frequency of your longing, through the clarity of your intention, through the power of your love. If this message resonated with you, leave your like, comment your reflection, and share with others. Each of you is part of this chain of light. The Arcturian Council invites you to step fully into this understanding. You are not waiting for your divine counterpart. You are creating the reunion through the frequency you embody every single day. Every act of self-love is a creation. Every moment of trust is a creation. Every time you release doubt and align with faith, you are creating the conditions for reunion. You are not passive. You are powerful. You are a conscious co-creator of your divine counterpart reunion. The separation you have experienced has prepared you for this moment. The pain you have carried has refined you. The longing you feel is not weakness. It is your soul's most accurate compass. Trust it. Honor it. Follow it. Your divine counterpart is moving toward you. The reunion is not a question of if, but of when. And when it occurs, you will understand that every moment of separation, every moment of longing, every moment of faith was absolutely necessary to create the love that you are about to experience.